Someone said I'm selling in chat. You're not wrong.
Go in, charger!
Charge!
Oh my god, let's go.
Ah! Pick him up! Pick him up! Ah, shit! Trash, wake up, buddy! See you later, motherfucker! Oh my god! It does work. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We got the updated HUD. I can have it on hands-free. Look, ma, no hands. Let's go ahead and drag Curly in. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started here. Everyone, welcome in Curly Latin Man, a two-time Outpost 22 player, a Outpost 22 MVP, an Outpost 22 championship game veteran. He's been all over the place. Welcome in. This is Julian, aka Curly Latin Man. Welcome in.
What's up, everybody? I'm very, very excited for this tournament. I'm very hyped. I'm glad to be here with you, co-commentating this game. I really appreciate it, bro. This is gonna be a very, very fun game.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, if you've seen Curly play, if you've seen Curly live stream, he also live streams doing commentary, so you'll be able to kind of use the practice that you've had in this, in a setting that you've played in before. You know how it goes, so should be fun stuff.
This is gonna be great, man. I just do it for the fun, for the friends, get some good practice in, and I'm glad to be doing this for this 3v3, man.
This is the first tournament that you've signed up for, but didn't get a chance to play in.
I mean, this is gonna be quite interesting for the first time seeing it for me not being in it. So it's definitely gonna be a game changer for sure. Just seeing how everyone plays, what's their play style. I mean, I know obviously I've been in this before, but seeing it from all multiple point of views, this is gonna be very, very interesting.
And you're able to be in the spectator mode, right? Right now?
Yes.
Welcome in, Aces. Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, you've done it. I'm assuming you've played this. You have this map downloaded. What do you think of this map? I know you didn't get to play in the tournament, but you did some practice matches on it.
Yes, I did some practice matches with some people who actually are playing either right now or who have been playing from previously yesterday. The remake is actually pretty good. I mean, from the times I played it, obviously it was confusing at first, but I will say it's kind of almost the same amount as like the regular Dead Center map.
Ready for this?
Maybe this one could be a bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You go off of, Dead Center.
Oh my god.
Remix!
Oh! What a huge charge!
The biggest charge of the tournament so far. A double collateral death charge, and on top of that, a 3-cap, and the jockey takes him off the roof. Oh my god. Crazy start. Crazy start. We were just talking about it off stream about how there was only one death charge in that spot the entire tournament up to this point. Shout out to HeyGun07 for landing it, who almost got a double collateral death charge. That was a double collateral death charge right there. Oh my goodness.
Wow, kudos to them, man. Holy.
That was Jeremiah with the double, and then I'm not too sure who the jockey was there, but just kind of the exclamation point on top to get the pull down. Oh my goodness. What a crazy start. Now, we have seen a couple of different iterations of this NAC team that was just on offense. Obviously, they previously had a captain on their team that is no longer in the tournament. NAC is the new captain. Caillou played yesterday, is sick today, and in steps Quick, who is a person that has been a sub for the tournament, has not actually played before, though. So this is the first time that they're playing in the Outpost 22 tournament. Good lord, man.
They had right there.
I got the blood flowing, huh? I was having a good time watching, and all of a sudden, very quick.
Yeah, it's more for them to get rid of their first hit there, able to get that charge up. But these teams are already on point. They want to avoid that charge as much as possible. They don't want to fall under the same roof as they did. I mean, very smart by them.
That's the risk of hitting early like that. You might not have the charger up in time for that death charge. You will see there's a couple other opportunities here, not only in this hallway, but once you drop down. But yeah, man, I like this map. I think it's what I was trying to say was it's not like No Mercy Rehab where it's clearly the same map but with alternate routes. Like, this is completely different, not only visually, but route-wise as well.
Insanely different.
And there's your second death charge!
Death charge!
Oh my goodness, with almost another double collateral as well. That was CJ getting payback on Taizuka with the death charge. Oh my goodness, what the hell is going on? Fireworks in the losers bracket that both these teams know if you lose here, this is the end.
Jockey is already set up on that witch. He already knows what's up.
I was quick to got the alert.
I don't know too much about this map. I don't know if there's a way you can alter around the witch.
You kind of got to go down those stairs. If the charger gets another death charge here, oh my lord, he goes the right way though. Is she stuck?
Problem is they don't got a shotgun though. They're able to avoid it.
The witch is in the corner. She got kind of spooked and then almost reset, and now she's doing the pull-up bar. They're actually able to cheese this witch enough to possibly get the kill, and they do. I mean, you avoid certain disaster there. They avoid the 2-cap as well. They avoid certain disaster right there because they have no shotgun for that witch crown. And they were able to kind of cheese it a little bit.
They handled it way better than I would have.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
Yamaha might have to teach me a few things here.
There's a big charge right there that landed with the tank spawn as well. A lot of commons pushing this forward. We've seen a lot of teams wait it out. But that's going to be a smoker that pulls into the tank. And the tank's coming in, and it is quick. Your new tournament participant is going to get an easy wipe here to stop the progress of Jeremiah's team. 155 to 57 on the chapter.
Not a bad start. I'd say it's still pretty decently close. You know, they haven't made it too far to the point where they're getting bonus points in the safe room to where they have a huge lead. This is practically anyone's game. Easy 3-cap in the beginning can do wonders.
What I've noticed as well, especially with that first chapter, even if you make it all the way, you don't get more than 400 points. You know, a lot of these first chapters that you see, you end up getting 600, 700, 800, whatever, and you have a huge lead if you get a 3-cap early, but makes it definitely doable. Now, these next couple of chapters are very, very long, and it looks like we will have a late tank. Now, what we watch in tournaments in Outpost 22 is that tank spawn is always a huge swing play. If you can't get past that tank, that's all the points that you're going to get on the chapter. Late tank gives you a lot of opportunity to make ground, but also a lot of opportunity for the infected to get a 3-cap before then as well.
And another big, huge part on that, too, is that regardless if they miss out on the 3-cap, you want to get in as much damage as possible before you reach that tank, because that tank can be the biggest play for the outcomes of the survivors team. Really depends on the performance moving forward and how much damage they're going to have to reduce from the infected in order to really get through that tank without taking too much damage from the beginning here to avoid the tank without any misconceptions.
I mean, I completely agree. It's a team-built game from the ground up, especially when you go 3v3, when every mistake matters. So easy to get quickly wiped out of the safe room. I think that's my favorite part about the 3v3. You don't see it as often with the 4v4 because quads are hard to get, not only with the setup, but also the execution. 3v3, every hit, you have an opportunity to get a complete wipe.
It's going to be very, very interesting how they play this out. Now the smoker's looking to spawn on top of the tree here, which is interesting. Normally they would spawn where the bus is.
Keep your eyes peeled. I hear a charger.
I mean, didn't quite get it.
Wow, a little bit of a cheeky charge right there. It's kind of tricky when they're standing on top of something, and the hitbox in the charger is so weird. Sometimes you feel like you're going to hit them and you completely miss. Sometimes you completely miss and you hit them. There's really no telling on, you know, what it is, what it isn't, that kind of thing. Smoker dies. Yeah, looking at about 24 damage across the board. Now, like I said, this is a loser bracket game, so whoever ends up losing this game is eliminated from the tournament, which I will say, Curly, you don't have a lot of experience in the losers bracket. You usually win your games. So you haven't had to necessarily be in this position unless it's towards the end of the tournament, obviously.
Don't shoot me.
I would say a very fun fact, people who don't know, and obviously most people know, know, that I have lost my games back to back to Mo. Mo has been manhandling me ever since I get into the game with him this morning. He has been shutting me down in the losers bracket. He was in the championship round. He took me out.
A little bit of a rivalry brewing. I mean, we were talking about the rivalry between Brandon and Jeremiah, and you know, obviously it's all in good fun, but that's the best part about these tournaments. You see a lot of familiar faces. You get a lot of familiar matchups. You know your weaknesses and your strengths. And it makes for a little bit of extra drama. That was a nice pounce right there from CJ, I believe. A little bit of chip damage. Taizuka's about half health. Besides that, though, Logan and Jeremiah are looking pretty okay.
So far. Took too much damage. Didn't have to take any of their pills yet, which is really good. The effect could still make a huge play here. It really depends on how they hit. Hunter already pre-spawned in. This is interesting. They're looking probably to here, seems like.
Yeah, very, very early spawn. And very close as well. I mean, you end up fanning out a weird way. All of a sudden, you're kind of caught with your pants down without your teammates.
Exactly.
I mean, they're already setting up way behind. I don't know if... There we go. They kind of readjusted here. Charger does land with a nice bowling charge.
Wow. Nice
they get the jock. Hunter's got a clutch.
Gotta land it.
They kill the Charger, though. That was Yamaha Logan with the clear on the Charger to prevent the 3-cap. And that is your #1 overall pick in the draft, ladies and gentlemen, with the clutch play.
See, and this is exactly what we were talking like before, you know. Even though those missed out on those 3-caps, or getting close to a 3-cap, they took a lot of damage there that they're potentially going to have to take their pills, which they are doing so. And they need to reserve this for the tank as much as possible if they want to get through this tank. So I'm really interested to see how these players play under pressure here. This is very interesting, especially in the losers bracket, man.
100%. Very quick clear on the Hunter. Smoker's not going to really have any effect, and the Charger doesn't spawn in. Once they do trip the tank, I am going to go ahead and pull us into the comms of Knack's team. We're going to listen in, and then we'll swap back over to Jeremiah's team. So just make sure we mute up when we go in there. Go ahead and listen in to what they're talking about, and we'll leave when the chapter is over.
Sounds like a plan.
That was ridiculous. I was about to say from my ankle, it was a jumping skeet, excuse me. Jeremiah, in the first 2v2 tournament, notably went on a crazy run, hitting skeets, making infected plays, hit a death charge in the finale to almost win it. Jeremiah's got that dog in him. He can turn it on, he can turn it off, all that kind of stuff. So you might see something crazy here.
Jeremiah is a really, really great player. Not really.
Comes the crown opportunity. We sing his praises, and he almost misses the crown.
I had to lock in there for a second because I was really anticipating the choke right there, but he saved himself from a very, very unfortunate hit from that witch.
You know, and it's a little bit luck-based when it comes to, you know, missing that first shot and then being able to land the second. Sometimes you have just enough time. Sometimes you don't have enough time. He had enough time right there to secure the crown.
I think the first time I played in the 3v3 on my first ever game, I think that happened to me, and I got very lucky with a door that saved my life, and I just so happened to kill the witch on my second shot. Kind of takes me back to that first game.
I mean, you were nominated for best crown for that. You could have played that off as, you know, you purposefully put the door there to make sure that they hit the door instead of you, but no, you humbly said that you missed it. I respect it. Yeah. Now, they are approaching this tank fight. We've seen a couple of teams fight it inside the garage, outside the garage. There is a car inside the garage that they can use. They can get it outside as well. It really comes down to however they want to play it. It's going to trip here in just a second.
See how they play this out. They do need to make a play. They want to go with as much health in as they can as possible. Excuse me. Jeremiah is bleeding. I don't know if he's gonna get hurt once that pill life drains out, but I wouldn't be surprised if the infected go on top of him and make sure he gets the tank. What a clear by them too.
Okay, Jeremiah started to turn it on a little bit. He skeeted his former teammate Knack in one shot. And fun fact, that's actually how I met Jeremiah, was through Knack. He was a viewer of his that played with him that came into my stream one day and said, I'd like to play in the tournament. And made it pretty far. Made it pretty far.
Here we are now.
Exactly. Now, the first time I played this map, this part was very confusing. I'm going to go ahead and drag us into CJ's comms. I'm going to mute up.
All right.
This is going to be
Oh, they're running back.
Knack and System, aka CJ. Let me turn quick down just a little bit. It's a little loud. And this is, it looks like Knack as tank, who had a lot of really good tank plays in his tournament time. Looks like they might be going out. We do hear Knack talking today, which is good. CJ, Knack, and Quick, first time playing as a trio. CJ has a little bit of familiarity playing with Knack just because he, again, is similar to Jeremiah. He was a viewer of his. They are people that play with each other a good amount of time. He does have access to this car, and he is going to hit it out. No, he's not. He's going to leave the car.
Only one has shotgun. I'm going to see if I can get
He's
a
going to
charge.
leave the car, and he's going to be on his second pass very quickly. Charger's going to need to spawn in here to give him some support. Jockey goes in and lands and puts him by himself into yellow. Ellis is going to go into orange here. Charger's got to go. This is CJ that is not spawning in. Charger's taking a long time, and Knack goes all the way down to 3% HP. Wow, I mean, they put serious damage in right there.
How much does the tank have?
When it comes to getting shredded right there. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no pause at all. I like that.
Here we go. We're into
See, that's the type of
Jeremiah,
stuff that, like,
Yamaha Logan, and Taizuka's
Makes me
comms.
get a little tingle.
And this is the type of energy that you listen to when you are in these comms.
Like Jeremiah, like I
Welcome in,
low-key want to
Verse.
go
Thank
to
you
the
for
body
following.
I'll have you and get you.
Good Lord.
Whoa.
Watch for Charger up here. I'm
I
scared.
have one of
Charger.
Fuzzy also, don't worry.
Wait, back here. Just bring it back here.
Jeremiah was going
Nice,
for
nice.
another
Back.
skeet there, excuse me. Wasn't able to
Jockey's
land it,
behind the
but
car.
he ended up getting a team
Where?
skeet from all three of them.
Got him.
Nice. Where the fuck did we go? Okay, come here.
Is this way?
No, this way.
So Jeremiah does know where to go here. Like I said, this part is
that
a little
comment.
confusing.
That's what I meant.
First,
this
all you
way.
got to do is hop in the Discord, link in the
That's what I
bio.
meant.
If you need the actual physical
you
link,
have
I
to
can
bring
send it in
me.
the
I'm
chat.
hurt.
Just let me know. We do these once a
Oh,
month.
guys, I'm
Oh
hurt.
man, oh man, oh man.
Charger's gonna be around the corner.
Yeah, hit's definitely
No.
up right now.
Yeah, get ready for spray.
100%. Very easy to get lost.
Smoker.
I mean, there are arrows, but sometimes
back here.
your brain doesn't
Let's go
read them
off
like
right.
how they should. The Charger spawns in, and Jeremiah was looking the opposite way. That could have been serious
Smoker's
right there.
low.
Hunter and Smoker kind of
Nice.
Oh, they all
follow up
targeted
very
me. Good
slowly
thing they didn't target
behind,
you,
but
Jeremiah.
Yamaha Logan
Health.
and Taizuka
Got
are
HP
bleeding on
bonus,
very
baby.
low health, and
Okay,
Jeremiah
here.
is hurt as well.
It's
8%
right
chance. One more
up
hit before
here.
spawn. Or I mean, Saber.
You gotta march forward here. You got to go up.
Think
and
about
then
that first
drop.
game with aces.
Right now.
Thinking about the first game with aces.
Excuse me, go
I'm
down
at
and
one.
drop. See, even
Give me
I'm
like-
confused on where we're
Can I
at.
even reset you?
Not
Hunter,
yet.
Hunter,
Not
Hunter,
yet.
Hunter.
I wouldn't reset
No,
right
no,
now.
not
You
yet.
know that
After
they
the
have
hunter,
a
after the
3
hunter.
cap up to hit you.
And like after this 3.
I'm
You
at.
got the alarm
I'm at
on the
like
left
After
as
they're
well.
playing,
You gotta
2%
make sure
health.
that you do not shoot that. He goes very quickly.
I'm down.
Charger goes in. Someone got down right there. Hunter
Oh,
lands.
that's
nice.
Jockey's
huge.
up still. Knack is the jockey. Charger's up still as well.
Nice.
Charger goes down.
No, we should down you.
They
I'm
do
not
down
gonna
the
lie.
other one, and Jeremiah almost gets
Damn.
down from the jockey. That was a clutch play by
Mercy.
Jeremiah to avoid the double
His
in
fucking
cap
body
from Knack.
flew.
Very close.
Go for
Smoker
points.
should wait for his teammates. He might try to
Yo, so y'all are both
quickly
black and
spawn
white?
though,
What the fuck is this, bro?
and
I'm
you're
black and
not
white.
going to take advantage of
When
that
the
unless they
Smoker-
shoot
get
at
out
you
of
with
sight.
the alarm
Yeah,
car there.
yeah.
Nice. Okay, come here.
Gonna go ahead and drop. This is gonna be your final hit. If you are Knack's team,
How the
the
fuck
safe
did we
room
get
is
down?
right around this corner. Smoker's way by himself. Hunter does land. If they get that down, they won't be able to get him.
Jump down. Nice.
Smoker tried to help.
We go up here.
Charger spawned in and didn't get anything.
Smoker.
This is going to be a full completion of the second
Yeah, we
chapter
Go in.
from Jeremiah's
Oh,
team.
God.
Shout out to them. 641
Yeah,
on the
different.
chapter score.
We get HP.
Wow.
36.
Drag Curly back into the booth.
I
I
think.
don't know how it works.
There you go. That was a clutch play to get through the tank right there. I mean, they had an opportunity as tank to maybe get a wipe, but that thing got shredded, man.
It did indeed. What I will say, which is quite interesting, which is something I've noticed from Jeremiah's team, is that they are focusing primarily on one infected, and they lock in on that one infected, so that way they cannot secure that 3-cap, which is something I remember I was doing with my team back in this 3v3, which is something they're doing, which is really, really good on their hands. If you've seen, they've been locking down on one infected, and they've been clearing it very, very quickly.
I mean, at the end of the
It's been
day, that's
shutting
all
down
that
a lot of their
matters,
hit.
right? I mean, to avoid the 3-cap is the biggest play that you could possibly have as a survivor. Obviously, the skeets look nice, the crowns look nice, the charges getting leveled look nice, but again, your progression being stopped, preventing that, is the biggest part of playing survivor.
Of course, I completely agree on that.
You are
They are
going to
gonna go
have
in here.
a spawn up top here with Yamaha Logan become the tank at 80% of the way through. Very spread out initial hit.
See, this was the play I was mentioning before, where the smoker was gonna spawn behind that trailer there. So I'm surprised they didn't do before. It didn't seem like they're going in fight just yet, though.
They're also running a 2-shotgun, 1 SMG, which is not the common setup that you see. We saw it really work for Nuclear Goblin's team with a charge that lands on Coach, but often not a popular strategy. It makes sense, though, depending on the situation.
Yeah, they do realize that the tank is late, so they're gonna use their opportunity to make sure they can use whatever they feel most comfortable with against the infected before they really have to change their game maneuvers when it comes to that tank, especially blitzing him down with the machine guns. So this is gonna be quite interesting to see what they do here as survivors with these 2 shotguns and only 1 SMG for support here.
Maybe they make a switch when it comes to tank time, but that's a little bit of a ways ahead. Here comes the Hunter Jockey Smoker setup. Spectating Knack, and he's able to get the nice skeet on Taizuka in 2
Beautiful.
shots. Jockey, though, getting serious damage. We've seen this a couple of times where they're able to get a clutch play on one of them, but the Jockey drags the other one away and does a good amount of damage right there. Now we saw them get all the way to the safe room, which is a good amount of points, but little to no health bonus. You can make a difference by making it all the way there with permanent health. Possibly take the lead here.
I will say for sure, in terms of Jeremiah's team, when they do hit, they do tack and synchronize at the same time altogether, which is something I was quite missing from Mac's team. They seem to be hitting one by one, which I felt like was shutting them down so much. Like, for a play like this, they're going in at the same time. Almost made a break or play right
Smoker
there.
was a little late there. That could have been an opportunity for a 3-cap, but regardless, you are eating into that health bonus. CJ just took about 60 damage from that charger. Knack is pretty much untouched, though, and I've been spectating Knack this entire time. He is locked in. I don't know if I've seen him have this much of a hone-in on infected flying at him. He's dodging chargers, skeeting hunters. He's locked in.
Definitely tell he's the leader of his team here, moving forward, clearing anything that he sees in his way, keeping as much health as he can as possible, trying to clear his teams. This is just big blame praise right here.
That could have been dangerous. That was very close to a 3-cap. Kind of got a little bit of a tunnel vision on that hunter to kill it. Ended up doing it in time, but again, they leave one. They leave one and it does a ton of damage. CJ goes down and almost dies. He gets half health on the in cap. Got 1 set of pills. Sometimes there's an extra set in this building. This Charger's maybe going to try and spawn in early. No, he chooses to sit back.
See, and this is something I could see from Jeremiah's team, is that they're all waiting on each other, which I like. And I feel like that was something I also missed from Knack. You seem to just, like, miss out on each other and go in when they felt like it was necessary, but they're really postponed on making sure they get that 3-cap, or let alone damage in general, which they have been doing. They're gonna go into here at the same time together. Too late with that Hunter, though, quite unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting play. They chose to play inside the building, excuse me, and the Hunter was on top of the building. It's hard to get in when, especially the Charger doesn't have any kind of initiation, land the charge. When does my team get checked? Well, if your game is next, we are going to start checks after this chapter. Let me actually check who is playing next so that we can be prepared for that kind of thing. Yes, Mo and Skeleton. After this chapter ends, I'm going to need your teams to get screen checked, and you're able to clear that Charger in a quick fashion.
They're gonna set up on the switch over there. just like Jeremiah did. He got that out of the way. He didn't want to deal with that. I wonder if they're gonna save their hit or if they're gonna hit all together here. But assume they would probably save their hit for the witch here.
They were
No
able to
smoke, though.
capitalize on that crown. Let's see if they can capitalize on the witch here. Mac's gonna go quick, it looks like. Or they might be able to just avoid it. Yeah, they could just go around. They do not have to approach that witch, which will kind of drop down right there, but they can just keep going.
I think Knack is letting his team know that too.
Yeah, they do not have to go that way. I mean, there's two entrances to this building. The traditional open doors and then that huge hole in the wall. They're able to avoid the witch without even having to risk the crown opportunity. Now, we saw a similar charger setup in this exact same alley with the hunter going in. They cleared the hunter and the jockey, though, very quickly.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bit rough. No pills, 2 bleeding, 1 is weak. This is not looking too good. This is not the kind of position you want to be in right now.
Not the setup I'd want for a tank fight, that's for sure.
Damn it now.
Definitely told you to look out for those damage hits, especially like I said, if those 3-cap don't land. As much as damage you can get in as possible before that tank is huge for the infected team.
Hunter does land. Smoker gets cleared, though. Yeah, I mean, because regardless of who's playing the tank, it doesn't matter what level of skill you are. If you W key at someone that's in red health or yellow health, you're going to eventually outrun them. I mean, there's no cutoff play that needs to be made. W key and left click is all you need. So this is not a situation that they want to be in. CJ is on 1 health as well. I don't know if he's in black and white. Looks like he's not. They could down him really quick. It looks like the common chose to do that for him. Now you got the Charger, Smoker, the Hunter coming in. And that's going to be your wipe more than likely. Yep, they're going to get the pounce on CJ. Die right before the tank. Now, it could be worse. They could have gotten 3-cap before that. But about a 200-point difference on the chapter and about a 300-point difference on the game. Looking grim going into the second 2-chapter.
They're not out of it yet. They can always, especially in a 3v3, make any breaker play here in the beginning or 20% into the map. They can make something happen. I wonder what they're going to do and feel like the kind of plays they're going to make under pressure. Especially heavily here with the 300-point game difference. This is going to be quite interesting to see, especially for a map like this. I feel like it's very, very infected-sided, especially with just all the enclosed areas and the advantage that they have, where the tank will be, where the witch will be, all the spawns on top, and how close the survivors are going to be right under their toes. Very interesting to see what they're going to do here.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the most ideal setup for Special Infected for this first hit as well, just because of the balconies. We've seen twice now a jockey grab someone on this first ledge, pull them off down onto the first floor, excuse me, and it just does a ton of damage. I mean, you eat 40 damage just from that alone, and then you get pulled away by the jockey. So a lot of opportunity here for Knack's team to make an early play. You always have the risk of the 3-cap, and then you stack on the tank at 37%. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about these swing plays. If they get stopped at the tank and the other team is able to make it through the tank, that is a huge disparity in points. That is a huge difference in the outlook of the chapter, outlook of the game. We're going to go ahead and see how this goes for this team.
Yeah, I'm quite interested to see what they're going to do here. If there's anything I will say, I wish I could just say to them, and specifically for the infected team, you know, always wait for your team, you know, synchronize as much as possible as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Always want to get in that damage in before the tank, as always, whether you don't get that 3-cap or not. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do here with this infect gameplay right now.
Yes, Mo, if you could start the checks for your game. I know that obviously you can't check your own team, but if you can check Skelly's team, and then if Yurt is free, if Aces is free, if Brandon's free, whoever else can do that check for Mo's team, that would be much appreciated, much appreciated.
So, okay, I wanted to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of this tournament, let's just say if you were in this yourself, when it comes to tank gameplay, what would be your overall game plan when it comes to tank? Like, what would you do if you were the tank and you had to play off with your team? What would be your overall gameplay or strategy?
In this specific scenario with the early tank, if I'm, say... Wow, very quick clear on that jockey. Charger doesn't get any damage off either. If I'm on the infected team right now with this early of a tank, and that was a good smoke. A little bit of damage, didn't do a ton to Jeremiah, but we heard the ankles crack. We are trying to get as many hits off as possible because now they know that it's an early tank. They're going to try and rush and spawn it so that they can run backwards, and that seems to be the exact plan that they have right now, going very fast. You want to get one more hit right now because they're about to spawn it. Like Charger spawn.
Oh, and that's the blitz down that we were just talking about. One infected right there got instantly shredded.
Like if I'm CJ, who is a ghost right now, CJ's going to be the tank. You need to spawn. You are running around. You're going to spawn as tank now, and you're going to lose your opportunity for that hit. Even if it's 1 damage, if it's 30 damage, it's something going into the tank fight. Now, it depends on where they're going to play this, because I've seen teams play it in this open room. I've seen teams run all the way back to that first spawn area. And it can be difficult in these enclosed rooms playing tanks. You always want to let your infected kind of go in once or twice before you really even make an approach. Land a couple of rocks, get lucky. If you can land a couple of rocks and extend your frustration meter, you can actually allow your team to get more hits in, more chip in, put them in yellow, maybe push in and have an easy fight.
Looking to go from behind them, it seems like here, which is quite interesting.
Like throwing the rocks out in the open like this, I mean, you eat 45 chip. Oh my goodness. Charger doesn't land either. It's a tough tank to play though. Very long hallways are difficult to play. Keeping frustration, keeping health.
Hey, come on, shoot the tank, y'all.
Welcome in, Gozu.
Now, he's gonna have to deal with you, unfortunately. He doesn't quite have to. You
Could have waited a little bit longer, and he doesn't even get a single hit off. That is the worst case scenario if you are tank. I mean, again, it's like I said, it's a tough tank to play. You have that long hallway. You got to get a big play from a Charger, a big play from some kind of combo infected. Didn't end up getting that. They didn't end up getting any real damage.
Heads up.
It's quite unfortunate. I feel like they could have communicated that better. Obviously causing a distraction. Letting the tank obviously not get lost, because it seemed like it took him quite a while to get behind them there. We made him lose a lot of meter, especially from coming from behind instead of pushing them back. It would have benefited them of him not losing meter if they were going back every 7% into the map backwards. So it's quite unfortunate. They are going to shoot the switch though.
Also a little bit of a draw crown. Smoker and Jockey are able to support though with a nice charge. That could have been dangerous. If that witch went after Jeremiah while the other two went in capped, that could have been a nightmare. But they leave that fight looking pretty healthy. They were able to avoid a lot of damage. Yamaha Loading took the brunt of it, but looking green so far.
All they gotta worry about now is just making it through without having to worry about tanks or witches. All they gotta do is just worry about that 3 cap and playing it safe. Play it safe as much as possible without having to worry about any tanks in your way, any witches in your way, but just that one potential hit from those 3 caps.
But for the level there, and it looked like he almost went for the skeet as well. This is Jeremiah going in with the shotgun, in with the melee, and they're taking a pretty advantageous lead here, 885 to 342. They can march all the way to the safe room. We talked about this. We know Jeremiah can turn it on, turn it off, and he understands that if he loses this game, he's out, and he is ready to move on to the next round.
It was kind of unfortunate I couldn't stick around for the game from yesterday. I was actually quite curious to see what happened to this team to make them go into the losers bracket. I mean, as we've seen so far, they've been playing this out pretty well. Obviously, besides from that first map, because that first map was just insane.
Correct.
Going into this, it just seems like, wow, it's like, seeing in the losers bracket is quite surprising, Jeremiah.
Are you familiar with the lore between the Jeremiah, Aces, and Yamaha Logan and Brandon situation with the last tournament's game?
I am not.
So their game ended in a 2-point loss. They lost in the loser bracket by 2 points, with Jeremiah making it to the safe room. They didn't have enough health bonus to take the lead and win the game. So that was a grudge going into their first round matchup. They matched up again against Aces and Brandon. And it was very funny because after the first chapter, they were losing by 2 points again. It's almost a little bit of a PTSD moment.
Literally.
But, yeah, a little bit of a PTSD moment. And then beyond that, Aces and Brandon and Rot ended up just taking command of the game. A couple of big tank plays from Brandon, a couple of big, I believe they ended it with a 3-cap as well. So overall, they just played the better game. Is Jeremiah lagging? I'm confused on why he's standing still, getting hit by comments. I don't believe so.
Quite confused too. They're not calling pause. He's just sitting there. Oh, he is. He's lagging.
I mean,
fine
green
now.
ping, not calling for a pause. I can't do much about it. I'm not Santa Claus, and he gets a skeet.
Wow.
Skeet one shot, lagging so bad, those things don't go hand in hand. So I'm going to assume that you can play the game.
Hey, we got a safe room ahead.
Bro needed to just take a quick breather on his hands right there and get
Seriously.
a regeneration.
And they're going to make it to the safe room with a lot of bonus health.
Wow.
1,200 on the game to 300. You're going to need a big play from Nack's team here to push through with health bonus to the end.
Talk about big pressure in terms of Nack's team. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what they do here. I could quite believe that Jeremiah's team is overly confident for what they've been doing overall in this game. Really wonder how they're going to play this out in Survivors now. They're going to have to switch up their gameplay a little bit just based off from the last round of Survivors. I'll be quite curious to see if they're going to run the 2 shotguns again, which I would highly doubt, being that the tank would be early here.
It's probably just based off of the fact that the special infected, every hit where one of them was able to take someone away from the team and they couldn't kill it in time because they had 2 shotguns, I would go against it just because of that alone. You do have an early tank as well. You can fight it in some open area. If they choose to fight it in that hallway, you're going to want 2 SMGs, not 2 shotguns. There's a lot of reasons why you would go 2 SMGs here. And it looks like, I can't quite tell what Quick has because he's holding his pistol right now. But it looks like they might be doing the same thing. And he goes shotgun. They have 2 shotguns, 1 SMG.
And normally the play I would make is obviously have one play Slayer with the shotgun, clear the ones with the 2 people running the machine guns here. They're the ones going to be putting in the most damage and clearing the infected a lot faster. So this is quite interesting to see. I mean, even plays like that.
Ooh, that's a double, and that's a triple. Oh my goodness. I mean,
those are the type of things you want to avoid when it comes to running 2 shotguns. You want those 2 machine guns to make sure you can blast your way through anything in your way.
I think that
Having at
is
least 1 shotgun.
GG, no? I mean, it's a 900-point chapter next, including health bonus. And they're down 900 points. You would need a perfect round. I think that we're going to call it early. I mean, there's no way. This is a 900-point chapter, 900-point deficit. I'm going to call GG, and I'm going to go into Jeremiah's comms and congratulate him. I mean, that's an exclamation point on the game, 100%. They said, we don't belong in the losers bracket, and we move on. That's good stuff by them. I'm going to go ahead and mark that as GG, and I'm going to talk to him real quick.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think that's
lagging
GG,
pretty bad,
yeah.
so if I stay still, bro.
Gentlemen,
No,
that
that's
is
GG.
GG. Congratulations.
Oh, okay, never mind.
What an exclamation point to end it with the 3 cap.
Oh my god, I'm lagging. Oh, never mind.
Jeremiah,
Yeah.
you're full
He
of
got
shit.
clip of this. Oh,
You said, I'm lagging, and then hit a nasty skeet right after that. You're full of shit.
No, I was. I swear.
he was hitting the retry, like connecting the server.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was retrying connection for like 10 seconds, and as soon as I unlagged, I just hit a ski.
Reloading.
Hey, you're built different then, man. What can I say? Congratulations, though, on the win. Your team is moving on. You will end up facing. Let me go ahead and see what team you're going up against. You're gonna play the
It's
loser.
Lulu
Killshot or
or
Lulu?
Killshot, right?
Yeah, the loser of that game.
Killshot or
Loser.
Lulu?
Exactly.
Okay.
Nice.
So that game will not be played today. Just because their game is late.
Oh, man.
That'll be played tomorrow. Expect to play a couple of games tomorrow. So be ready for that. We're gonna run at least 2 games per team. I don't believe we're gonna finish the tournament tomorrow, but we're gonna get pretty close.
Just like
Okay.
fuck my face. Pause.
Okay, bud.
This guy playing the soundboard. What's happening here? Anyways,
Yeah, it's you.
is that me? It doesn't
Yeah, it's
sound
you.
like me. Can you fix the voice? It doesn't sound like me, dude.
It's you from
Wait.
yesterday.
Wait, I gotta,
What do you
how
got?
do I turn off my...
Just like fuck my face. Pause.
All right, bro. Anyways,
That's you.
good luck to you, gentlemen. We're gonna go ahead and
Thanks,
move on.
AK.
Congratulations. Anyways, gentlemen, that'll be the end of your journey, end of the game. How do we feel?
I mean, bro, hey, we
Tough
tried
game.
our best, I suppose, bro. Hey, I know where it all went wrong at. I kind of sold that shit when we could have had that end cap in chapter 2 with that hunter. That was our only opportunity. We really had to get a 3 cap, and I for real feel like I sold that shit. But
Yeah,
hey,
I mean,
it is what it is.
you have your moments.
You win
know,
some, you
win
lose
some,
some.
you lose some. I mean, you have a lot of experience in the tournament, Knack. You've played in every single one. Shout out to you for that, by the way. And shout out to you for taking over captain duties for this team, just because, again, the previous captain ended up dropping out. This team's gone through a couple iterations. You guys haven't had really a chance to play with each other. This was your first time playing with each other. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to CJ for stepping in first tournament. I hope it was an okay experience. I hope to see you in future tournaments as well. And shout out to Quick. We finally got you in a game, dude. I know that we've been trying to get you to sub in for a while. And we finally got you to play a game in the tournament. So it's good to have you. And I hope to see you guys all again soon in the next tournament. It'll be next month, but yeah.
Bet.
Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate
definitely
y'all.
looking forward to it. What is it? 4v4?
I don't know. I'm going to take a poll. People seem to really like the 3v3 just because of the fact that you can get 3 caps and the game can kind of get wiped real quick. But I'll take a poll. It'll be between the 4v4 or 3v3. I will say that I'm going to say this now because I think this is what's going to happen. Every person that drafted this past tournament, so the original captains, will not be captain next time. So if you want to be captain for the next tournament, let me know. You'll be able to kind of choose your own team, pick who you want to pick. We're kind of taking anybody for that, so let me know. But
Bet.
I will talk to y'all soon, man. Good to talk to you guys.
Likewise.